recorded?
Yes, it will, for sure.
I'll have to catch that. Thanks.
I think it's presenting now, yeah? And we're recording. So it's the December 20th, and it's our final Dev call for the year 2023 until we go and see each other again in 2024. Yay. So maybe I don't know, Antoine, you are here, Zuma, you're here, and you had said that you'd given pretty frequent updates on this, so apologies, but I don't know if there's anything you want to highlight to the rest of the team just to catch everyone up on the work you guys are doing, since I think it's been 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, maybe I can just sum up the current state, and if Gopher is here, I don't know if GK is here, but maybe we'll present some details if we have time and people are interested. So to summarize, we quite finished the VRF module. So basically, the goal of this module is to allow us random functions on realms. And it will be used for an ancient project manager to have an escrow system that can call random people from a group to judge and solve a conflict. So we call the escrow system the conflict solver module. So sorry, there is two things. There is escrow modules that allow basically to have a kind of marketplace with realms and decentralize the seller and buyer contract. And the escrow module also can call what we call the conflict solver module. And it's especially interesting to implement the VRF inside to allow basically to have random people from a group to solve conflicts. And so on this modules, it's quite finished, but we currently need to have both a call on VRF to continue our works, since there are various possibilities and we need to get feedback, reviews, and so on. And on the other hand, we're also working on the front-end parts to basically prepare a demo and a product that can be used for a community to test, etc. I don't know if GK Gopher is here, but maybe if you want to present some details on the VRF, I don't
know. Yes.
Oh.
So for.
Do you want to screen share or not?
I'm not ready for screen share.
It's okay.
Yeah. So about VRF stuff, we've done the first version already, and we've been thinking and researching on for the direction of VRF. And we were supposed to have a call to go through the items that needs to be developed further, and determine the priorities for those features. But we didn't have chance to have a call with Gno.land team. For this, and I would like to. We would like to have a call soon. And other than that, we've been working on the front end side of the grant manager. So there were several sort of encoding issues and for metadata. So front end requires additional information to display, and we used to store it as JSON as on metadata field, and there was some issues on encoding, and it's fixed. And the front end is moving forward without any blocker at the moment. And the next one we've done is a custom conflict solver module. So let's say there's a grant, or there's the contract between two parties, and when there's a conflict, they can solve they can select the trusted party, and they could agree on that party by real package address or by selecting any other third party address. So both can be selected, and yeah, if it's an end user account, that user can solve the conflict by calling the escrow realm. And if it's another realm, in that case, that realm can determine the can solve the conflict. Here, the solving the conflict means the handling the funds that's put on escrow, and yeah, it determines how much to provide to one party and how much to the other party. So yeah, that's all.
Should we, so just looking at this, and since we have everyone on call, there's 2 questions here about any specific direction that is being discussed internally for VRF, and which stuff should be supported on-chain level for VRF. I guess, does anyone from the core team have maybe answers or thoughts on those 2 questions?
Not yet, but I think the suggestion last time was to have a dedicated call that can be maybe also open to all contributors, because some specific use case can be included. But I think at the moment it was not really defined, and the core team needed some time to
Okay.
to discuss it, etc. Not sure, but maybe Miloš or our guys can confirm. I think Miloš is not here, right?
I can't actually see who's here. Or Manfred, do you have, I think also John had thoughts on VRF. I don't know if, or Dylan also contributed there. So I don't know if any of them are here.
Yeah, I thought it looked.
Yeah, Dylan just
good.
arrived, and yes, we need to make a call because we have, I think, 2 grantees interested in VRF. We have internal discussions. So let's make a dedicated call and record it and share what we find. But and actually, I think it will even extend to just oracles or cluster of oracles. VRF is about random, but the main challenge is about oracles. And some people will be interested in writing something similar to Chainlink, which is actually the case for Dylan, if I'm not wrong. So let's definitely organize a dedicated meeting. And if anyone has questions or want to assist, we can make a first brainstorm with the current state of oracles, where we want to go for single oracle approaches, where we want to go for cluster style oracle systems, and then cluster with consensus, such as Chainlink or RoundDAO or whatever VRF style too.
Some perfect.
Is there an open issue on our wish list for VRF or not yet on Hackerspace, I guess?
I'll create one. That's a good idea.
That we can add things from the brainstorming there, maybe that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, sorry. So is that I guess were there any questions or any additional feedback? Maybe we move on to the Birdie team. And since you guys were there last week too, a bit
They
jealous.
also did a very cool demo.
Oh, do you
Yeah.
want to give a demo? Can I?
We gave a
pretty
demo
long.
at the retreat,
Can we give it again to people who may not have been at the retreat?
or was it recorded, Manfred?
Yeah, it's more of a workshop. I don't know if we could squeeze it in.
Yeah, it's for everybody to work along and to build the exercise also, which many did. That was really great.
You mind giving a recap of it then? just for others?
Yeah, let me give that a little bit bigger picture.
Okay.
So at this call 2 weeks ago, with everybody's help, we decided on the new name. So the new name for GNO Mobile is GNO Native Kit. And so, ta-da, yes, thank you. And so we went through the work of renaming the repo and renaming everything inside of it, which took a little while. And the other thing we were doing was preparing examples. So kind of the last part of developing this toolkit is examples, and mainly with the help of Yuri, who's on the call here. Let me just, for fun, paste the, what was that? Oh, this is the new, I saw what Manfred put there. So this is in GNO Native, the new name of the repo, is an examples folder, and each of those has a README. If you click on Whales, that's the one that we did at the meeting. So this was in the spirit of create a GNO application in less than an hour. So we did do it in less than an hour, and it tells you how to start from scratch to install the dependencies and to fire up Whales and to adapt it. And we got to the point where we did the same thing that the mobile example app does, which is post a message to the message board. And so that worked. I'm sorry, I'm not prepared to give that as a demo right now. But I think it might be boring to watch the video because it's an hour-long, tutorial workshop where we're all making sure we're all typing the right things. We will make demo videos. The other excuse for why I'm doing this verbally is we're actually on vacation this week, except for Yuri. So usually when I do a journey post, I like to run it by the other devs for feedback inside Birdie, and so we'll do that when we return.
Okay.
Costin and I return to work on January 2nd, and then the others fire up. Actually, we all get back. We are all back on January 8th, which is one of our Monday sync calls.
Okay.
So what we're going to be doing there is doing a kickoff of GNO Social, which is our next big project, which we've talked about. And we covered this also at the retreat. Basically got a lot of feedback on best practices, how we should, in order to develop a major GNO application, how should we set up the directories, what should we name things, what should we use for namespaces, and parallel GNO Mobile. And so that was a big help too. So we will be diving into that when we get back up to speed in January.
Okay.
Do you want to add anything, Yuri, to that?
No, just a big thank you for all folks that attended our workshop.
Yeah, it was really great. It went just like as well as I could have expected. There's actually a post. Actually, maybe we could do this. I wonder if I could pull this up really quick. Really quick. Yes, I can. So
Is it on the screen share or?
It's a web page. So Let me paste this. If you pop this up. And so this is the meeting board realm on our server. And if you scroll to the bottom, these were the last few posts are the one that the other participants successfully did from their laptops using this desktop JavaScript-based application. So this was a demo that, in celebration of no longer being limited to being on mobile, this was a desktop app, which has a GUI and people were able to paste in the right command to do this, to from using the GNO native Git API to call the realm function to post the reply. So that was it. We'll have a demo, and we'll highlight the video demo when we make it.
Cool. I do feel like I would love to see it, like, missed out on a great workshop.
Oh, it was great. Just don't stand up; you'll smash your head. It was in a little attic crawl space, basically.
Yeah, on the video last week, you guys did look quite shrunk into the couch.
I still have a welt on the back of my head.
Yeah.
I am exactly 2 inches tall for that attic.
So that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's good timing to get started again on Monday when we get back.
Sounds good. I don't know if there were any questions. I guess you guys were there all together last week, so probably not. But I think Dragos, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Well, do you want to give us an update on Flipando?
Yes, there is an update in the hackerspace. You can just go and see that. Last week I was traveling back to Europe from Asia, so there wasn't as much time as I wanted to be, but with the help of airplane Wi-Fi, which seems to be quite reliable lately, I was able to stack in some work. So the most important update is that there is a backend marketplace module, which allows for listings, buying, removing listings, and transferring composite NFTs. The UI for this is in testing. Along with the marketplace module, the tokenomics have been implemented. Just a short recall, if you weren't at the last call, the tokenomics of Flipando contain an unlimited supply for the fungible tokens, but these tokens are locked, and they are unlocked only when basic NFTs are used to create composite NFTs. But when a composite NFT is sold, between 1 and 50% of the sale price, a random amount, is actually burned. So the more people are selling their NFTs, the more the fungible, the liquid supply is burned, which puts some pressure on the supply. So this is implemented now in the marketplace module. There are also new game types. I added gradients, tiles, going from light gray to dark gray, light green to red green, light red to anything like this. That should increase game complexity. I've been playing with them for a while, and they are a tad more difficult but more fulfilling to solve. And they allow for more detailed composite NFTs to be created. One thing that relates to the NFTs GRC interfaces, I started to work to do a little bit of refactoring of the basic composite NFTs implementations that I use, and I added a property child of and children. So basic NFT now can be recognized as being a child of a parent NFT, and a parent composite NFT also holds an array in an AVL tree of all the children. This may be the first step for implementing a separate interface like a GRC 6150 for a standard GNOME module. If you scroll up, you'll see that this was one of the goals or one of the potential outcomes of this. It has a home. You can see it at No Flipando XYZ. Just word of caution: the local RPC node is not working yet. So if you try to actually play the game, you won't be able, because I have a course issue, which I was battling for the last 2-3 days. Still not able to solve this. I suppose it is related to my Cloudflare routing of the domain. The actual node on my machine doesn't quite understand what's happening there. So this is the update. I think we're pretty close to going live. It's like my initial prediction for this. It would be in the first 2 weeks of January we can have a playable version of Flipando. Still, the PR on GRC 721 is not much, but has been approved, which is great progress for now. So these are the main blockers for now. One, it's on my side, which is solving the course issues for my local RPC node. But if the GRC 721 PR is merged, I won't need my local node anymore. So I could just deploy my packages on the testnet and actually play keep on the module deployed on a custom RPC node in the testnet. Yeah, so that's my update.
So can we get the GRC? Can we get that merged?
Manfred, you raise your
We can definitely
sorry.
merge, review to merge. I had a question. Did you try Gno.dev?
Yes, I tried Gno.dev. I played a little bit with the portal. I got a little bit confused about how where the actual test tier folder is created and how the transaction log is applied to that. I played with it like half an hour, and after that I resorted to my own setup. But I think, as far as I saw from the other calls, the portal loop and what's happening on Signal, the portal loop is ready to be deployed. But I think I will be able to use this pretty soon. If you have any pointers on this, on how should I start working with this, I would be happy to do that.
Yeah, we need to summon Guilhem. I don't know if Guilhem is there, but Guilhem, you should be curious because yeah, we have people in the community trying Gno.dev and maybe with some feedback.
Yeah, but I didn't get what was the problem actually. Technically, Gno.dev run everything in memory, so you don't have to worry about loading specific. I mean, I don't get it. What was your problem with it?
So I started Gno node. I deploy my packages. So when I started Gno node, all the folders P and R are loaded into memory. But when I add some stuff on my packages, on my folders, and want to redeploy, sometimes it doesn't work, and I have to delete the entire test tier folder containing the config and the data. And I'm running the Gno.land start command from various folder, which actually creates the test tier folder in various places. So I ended up using a very simplified thing where I know. Yeah.
I think you try to add package because Gno.dev is actually built with another idea where the publish of the package are added automatically based on the file system. So I think this is where the confusion is coming. Gno.dev is intended to be used from the place you want to develop. You run your Gno.dev instance from the folder you try to build on. So you can use the Gno key and make ticks, etc. But to have all the power of auto reload and everything, Gno.dev should understand the file system.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. For example, if you add a new file, this is some kind of little thing I didn't work on.
What about Guilhem trying to display additional lines when Gno.dev starts, showing so the listening port number for sure, but also I don't know the list of loaded packages, the name of the watched repositories, and actually inviting people to develop in that folder or to change the folder by running Gno.dev on a from another location.
Technically, you can it will load example like Dragos
examples, but I think Dragos is working outside of the main repo.
That's not a problem because if you are working outside, you just have to specify the path of your package. For example, when I did my demo, I was in temp / my realm counter Gno, and you just have to specify that path or any additional path you want actually, or it will monitor that path. You don't have actually to specify. If you don't specify, it will only load the example folder. If you specify a path to the command, it will load example folder, but also any additional path you give to the command. If you do --help, maybe I should put a readme. I don't know if I put this.
No, I think you should have a good --help message explaining what is the goal and how to use it. Maybe it can even be a long help message.
I
And
think
then
I
you should
got
have,
one,
then
but
you should have good debug lines when the Gno.dev is started to give information about where it's running, what is loaded, what is watched, etc.
yeah, I will add an example. So because I already had an help with technical everything. The command is really simple, right? You just like you will load, like I say, load example on any additional pass you pass, but maybe it's not enough explicit. I will maybe add some example inside the README. I think it should be better, yeah. Something like that.
I will try to use it extensively, and I will post anything that any issue that I bump into, either on Signal or on Slack.
Yeah, please. Totally.
Or
Totally.
GitHub issue or even GitHub PR if you want to fix Dragos, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm gonna watch
thanks.
this. Like, so if you have any issue, like, please ping me, and I will try to fix it.
There's a question from Jeff.
I should point out that the outcome of our questions about best practices for developing an app was basically that each of us developers are going to run Gno.dev locally, so we will be heavy users of it, and then we'll coordinate updates to the code through pull requests as normal. But we're going to be big Gno.dev users, I think.
Yeah, please, early users, open issues, open PRs, and help us making the Gno.dev just the tool that everyone can run easily when they have a terminal and with no-brainer experience.
Yeah, and the more feedback I get, the more things I can fix. So please send me feedback. Even like if it's not clear, or is something not working, or I don't know, like just send me feedback, and I will do my best to fix it.
Okay, so sorry, the conclusion is that you are unblocked Dragos and you don't have to troubleshoot the concern you were having, or
If the PR on GRC721 is will be merged, I can actually start deploying packages on testnet and work off of those packages, not relying on the private RPC node that I have on my machine right now, where the UI is hosted. So basically, it should be working.
Okay, it would be great.
Just to confirm, it's which one? Which PR?
Dragos? The GRC20, right?
Just a second. I'll pass the link in a second.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we can move forward. I will just read the chat. No problem.
Okay. Unblock. Do you want to give us an update, Andrew and Dongwon?
Yeah, sure. Let me share my screen.
Thought so.
Also sharing the link in chat so you guys can follow along. All right. Okay, so first, going over what we've done. For the Gno core side, we've worked on printing no slices as undefined, which was merged. Also, the adding support for octals without O, which was also merged. And our core Gno developer Byungjun has been working on an implementation of a JSON parser that utilizes byte slices and that avoids usage of reflection. And he is actively working on this right now. And moving on to Adina, we released version 1.8.5, which mainly was involving refactoring some error fixes, and also an addition of a new network, which will be mentioned later on. And we've also uploaded some new features that will be coming to Adina in the next year, which includes username transfers, support for IBC notifications, and send via link. All of these can be found in our issues page linked right here. And we pretty much finished the initial works for the UI improvements and website renewal. the actual development will be started in January. So expect to see a new look for Adina pretty soon. And for Gnoswap, the most exciting update for today, we have finally launched the beta. Let me do a quick teaser. So this is it. The link has been opened, and we are going to be hosting a workshop right after this call, but we'll be using a different link for Google Meets, and you're all welcome to join the workshop, see it in action. So please join us. And we've also uploaded created a new meta page for Gnoswap, and we released the contracts documentation. And we also published a new blog post which covers how to create your first GRC20 token utilizing Gno Playground. And that's pretty much it for what we've done. And for the next couple of weeks, we'll be working on these, especially starting the emit and event work with Milosh, and developing the Adina air gap feature, and of course monitoring and collecting feedback from Gnoswap beta, and leading the multi-node validator testnet initiative. And yep, that's it.
Thank you. I was actually going to ask, I don't know if it's something that probably requires more conversation, but there is the hackerspace issue as well about the multi-node testnet, I think opened by you, Manfred?
Yes.
And I was just curious if there was just like a brief idea you could give, because we'd been talking about it on our regular syncs with Unblock, and we were going to start a working group, and it just was maybe interesting to hear your thoughts on this multi-node testnet.
So it's mostly an initiative. So basically, we expect people to. You should not wait for us to do it. Maybe we'll help at some point, but right now, if you want to help with the initiative, you should start discussing with people. So you create a chat or you use GitHub issues. The goal is to make it on the side. At some point, if it becomes official, we can put maybe a real domain name. But really, the goal is to have a testnet on the side, just focus on multi-node, where validators are people with debugging and building skills. So it's really about debugging, benchmarking, listing the bugs, trying to fix the bugs. On the side, on AIB side, we'll definitely have Albert that will want to help and potentially even to lead. I don't know, but yeah, please unblock if you're interested. Just take propose two on the first one. Propose maybe to make a meeting, and we'll make it happen. If at some point people need some help, resources or whatever, we can try to help. And at some point we will have official multi-node testnets made by the core team, but at the moment it's definitely still a community-driven initiative while we are focusing on the language-oriented testnets for now. The sooner multi-node test start on the side, the better. But the core team is not yet focused on this part. So look at the hackerspace issue. Just raise your hand if you want to propose maybe a meeting, a chat, and then it's about coordinating and both improving the Gno right now, or at least making some reports of what's going good, what's going well, what is buggy, what kind of documentation is missing. That's why it's still something like private. We don't want to have so many validators right now, but a bunch of them who are good at debugging, explaining, chatting, looking at logs, sharing logs, so they can figure out the current state, because we don't know the current state. Maybe everything works, probably we have a lot of problems to fix, but right now we don't even have the list. So please help us having the list. And if you need help, we want to help you.
I think it was also, this one came up, and again, we don't have to talk about it now. I just want to highlight it. This is the point that came up, the multi-node PGP and POA topic the last time we had a call and talked about the multi-node testnet.
It's definitely similar. We have two topics. We can make a multi-node, which is definitely POS or PO or whatever. One is about more testing the synchronization between nodes, the P2P part, etc. The other one will be about just trying to have POA, but POA still requires that we develop the validator set contracts, that we develop the TM2 probably anti-handler hook to monitor val set changes. So POA is, in my opinion, mostly something that we build right now, while multi-node P2P, multi-node synchronization, multi-node monitoring, and other DevOps topics can already be started by the community. And at some point, it will become a core team priority too, but not yet.
Okay.
And yes, this issue is linked. Feel free to link issues together. Maybe you can make a meeting with the core team in January if you want, on Block and Albert, to try to figure out the best way of doing it, and maybe defining what external help we are looking for.
Yes.
I would be happy to help you on this.
Yeah, that came out of our last meeting, I think, with Don.
Yeah, sure. So let's make a meeting. Let's make a meeting. Invite the core team, and we'll try to make it happen more easily. But yeah, once again, it should start as a community initiative if we want to start soon. And I think it's a good thing, actually.
Okay. Sounds good. I guess, are there any questions for OnBlock? Or OnBlock, any questions for the team?
We're good, but just want to mention again that the workshop is gonna teach you how to get some tokens, how to create your own liquidity pool swap.
Yay.
And yeah, it's gonna be exciting. So make sure you guys check it out.
And just to preface this, it's beta, right? It's a beta launch, and then
yes, launch.
I have one request for OnBlock, because OnBlock is probably the team who developed the most documentation around Gno right now. I just undraft the PR about effective Gno, PR number 1000. If you can give a look, please, because you are probably has the highest experience in tutorials and documentation. And I'm looking for a lot of feedback before we can merge the initial version of effective Gno.
Sure. Which one was it?
1000.
Wow. Issue 1000.
Very fitting.
Yeah, I know, right?
I think
So just asking OnBlock, because you are definitely the most expert external team on this topic. So please, your help is more than welcomed.
Yeah, we will. I think the Varmera team prepared something for today's call. So
Yes.
if we have some time, yeah.
Yes. Sorry. So if there's nothing else from OnBlock, then Jeff. Jeff, or
I should also mention that another thing that came out of our little workshop on best practices was to pay attention to this document, effective Gno. So we will be doing that. Thank you.
And we'll be basing that partially on kind of contributor evaluation moving forward. So that'll be a really important document.
Right. Great.
okay. So if there's nothing else on this one, then as you guys know, there's the Varmeta team, and they're working on the Gno Unity SDK. They're also applying for a grant currently, which we will need to review internally. But I think you guys have something to share today.
Yeah. Today we will update our status for the Gno Unity SDK, and give some idea of our team for the improve, for the contribute more for our community. The first thing I will show my screen to update our status for the Gno Unity SDK. Can you see my screen?
I don't.
No.
I don't see it. It's coming. I think it looks like it's.
Okay, let me see.
No, I don't.
Reset screen. You still see it? Oh.
Now, yeah. It keeps getting pushed back.
I don't know what. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, it's working now. Yeah. Yeah. And so last week we after the compare our solution with the Gno mobile, and then right now with the Gno native kit, we see we can reuse some of code from the Gno native kit for the our SDK. So we are change our solution in the new solution for the to reuse maximum of period code from the Gno mobile, and you can see we change our solution from the using the Gno client and making Gno API same like the Gno native kit, and we will make a wrapper from the Unity, and for using it maybe in the next time we can make it for the Unreal and another language for that. And totally we complete the update all the function same as the future like the Gno native kit on the our solution for the Unity, and you has make test for that, and we are making the Unity. Yeah, you can see we are making the Unity project for the testing our SDK. Yeah, you can see right now that we can create the wallet on the Unity editor, and of course we can import and making the sender transaction, but um, but when but when we for the testing the new the our SDK, we see um, um, the Gno.land right now don't has enough the NFT standards. Right now we has only a demo for the GRC for the 7.2.1, and it is, I think it's a simple NFT token standard. So for the gaming, we need more the standard for the cheaper gas, and for the new way for making the game work well. So I think our team can in the next time our team can contribute for the NFT standard for our community for the Gno.land. And what do you think?
Hey, An, am I saying your name right? Hello.
Yep.
Hi. Will the user be prompted to enter their private key into the game?
We use a form.
So like,
No, they should be enter the Menemo file. Not they don't need enter the private key.
Is there? I was just wondering if they have to enter their private key, or 12 words or 24 words, then that could be a security issue, because depending on how people make games, right? And I imagine you want to make a library that facilitates that for many games. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. And I was thinking, instead of entering the private key, what if Gno.land had an ERC or a GRC for game login session cookies? Yeah, so the game can generate something random. The game generates something new, and then the user.
Yeah, I understand your idea that because right now we just making the sample for the wireless function, so we had the future is making the account for the demo, but on right now on the for the gaming on the board game has many way for to log in, not only the input the private key. And I think the idea is the good way for do that.
Yeah, so let's start with specification. Let's start with specification for how to log in to your game, so that we can create a new session cookie like thing to help protect user funds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Let's start with the let's start by creating designing a new protocol for blockchain session cookies or blockchain blockchain authentication. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Jen. And as I said before, in the next time we will want to contribute for the token standard. For example, for the GRC for the 1155 and 1376, and I think the idea is a good thing, and we will planning to do that.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just also
Jeff.
yeah, Jeff, sorry.
Well, clearly, we should also add something like that as one of the things to experiment with the Gno Social testbed app. Sounds like.
Yeah.
So it would be a great thing to coordinate with Varmeta on. Right.
Yeah.
I did put a link just so everyone's kind of like aware, because I think some of us had a call with Varmeta learning about the No Unity SDK, but here's a link to the grant submission. It's something that we'd really like to tackle early next year, and I think the guys are working on a game called Valor Fantasy, right? Is that right?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, so it would be, and I think you guys said you want to launch in Q1 of next year, right? So it would be cool to maybe have this workshop with the larger team and maybe J2 and talk about like having Valor Fantasy join Gno.land. So okay, well, if you guys could take a look at the grant submission and provide thoughts, that'd be a really nice starting point. We only have a few more minutes before the on block no swap call. And I wanted to just say a few minutes if is Morgan here?
Morgan is here.
Morgan, maybe because not all of us joined your retrospective on NoChess, and maybe we don't have to go into that, but just like in like 3 minutes, what's your next steps for NoChess? Because we have a Christmas surprise from Michael before we end the call. So.
Aha. Is the surprise related to NoChess?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Just kidding. So I've been trying to sort of find my way through having some time to work on NoChess. Honestly, it's been really, really low. But on other news, we actually have merged native binames this last Tuesday. So that's a big thing off my chest for.
I think we talked about it in February on the first dev call.
Yeah. So the ongoing drama of native bindings in this call is finally over. Yeah. So for what concerns specifically GNOME test, it will, yeah, I think I'm currently still in the status that it was around 2 weeks ago. Not entirely sure. Anyway, right now I've made a PR to the GNOME test repository, which makes a split between the sort of monolithic realm and a bunch of packages, and also sets up some scripts to launch a Docker Compose configuration and or work on the code. I'm also doing some efforts to, well, some tangentially related efforts to put the code back into the monorepo. So what I started doing yesterday, and will continue today and tomorrow, is to make a string conversion package for Go, like the strconf package. So I'm completing that and like making sure we have access to all the strconf functions from Go, which is something that like I used an extra function in GNOME tests, and it's not available in normal GNOME. So before doing that, we need to merge that PR too. And yeah, all things aside, want to continue doing more work in January. Though yeah, I haven't yet finished doing even the changes that I wanted to do on the back end. And yeah, I'll probably also coordinate with Alexi, seeing if he has some availability to do some work on the front end next month. Yep, that's the update.
Junhee, did you have a question? I think you raised your hand, but
oh no, sorry.
No, okay. All right. Well, so maybe I guess I have one question before we hand it over for the Christmas special. Next year, do we want to do, like, at the end of a call, like, pick your favorite meme? Something fun, since we used to have the jokes, and we're not doing that anymore. Maybe an idea for the end of the call would be like the best Gno.land meme from the channel. Yeah, we have a Meme.land channel that's internal, but it has some pretty good stuff. I have to admit, I've been now following it. So it's just an idea to make things more fun at the end of the call, starting in 2024.
I mean, we could make it at the contributors call. We have the memes from the contributors, and the core team call. We have the selection of memes from the core team.
It's a face-off.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that then. That sounds fun. Anyway, okay, Michael, over to you.
Gotcha. So while we were let me share the screen here. While we were in France, we were talking about some stuff, and I've started working on native agent-based models within Go and Gno. Essentially like visual simulations instead of number crunching stuff. I mean, it's still number crunches. It at least gives you something to look at. In this case, I don't have any graphic capability besides.
Can you zoom a little?
Oh yes, certainly. Well, let me. I'm going to open the terminal. Actually, the code does not matter. Let's see if it'll let me zoom on this itself. Is it a different key command? Can I zoom the terminal here? Or we'll see if this is. We'll see if this is close enough.
I can see it, but I'm like leaning towards the monitor.
Yeah, let's see here. For starters, let's like blow this up entirely. This might just be something where it needs to be rendered somewhere else so we can zoom it in. It's just ASCII anyway, so it doesn't really take much attention to detail here.
Okay, no worries. It'll be okay.
Yeah, let me resend it after here too. I wasn't even thinking about how it was going to show up on the little screen here. I was mainly thinking GitHub. But yeah, so we were talking about how we were going to simulate certain things. Jay just kind of in passing was like, "Oh, you should simulate Moses crossing the desert," and so I did. It's ASCII, so text-based, and maybe if it turns into an example we want to put anywhere, maybe I could throw some graphics in. It's essentially a modified molecular biology simulation that's supposed to be checking molecules, but how it's set up is we have Moses in the front leading 50 followers behind him through the desert over 40 turns, representing 40 years. If 2 or less of the followers wander away from Moses for too long, they'll die of thirst in the desert. If 3 or more wander away from Moses for even longer, they'll form a village somewhere in the desert and just kind of give up on their trek. It's kind of bugged out, so it seems like they like hanging out close to Egypt. I guess they figure better the devil you know than the devil you don't. So I need to fix the logic there. They don't seem to like moving vertically quite as much as they like moving horizontally. So I'm going to make the movement logic more complex. But essentially, we have 50 named like I-1 to I-50 Israelites, followers of Moses, who are going to try to follow him through the desert over 40 years. And hopefully it is visible here. So let's see who wins. I kind of unintentionally turned it into a little bit more of a game.
Can you hold out for a second?
Yeah.
I wonder if are we gonna get this in the recording? Do you think? Because it's like it might be a separate window. I wonder.
Yeah, worst case, what I could probably do is just screen
Isn't
cap
it-
the terminal
Oh,
by
can you-
itself and share that.
Okay, let's do it. Let's just do it.
Okay.
Can you not zoom in a bit?
Yeah, how do I zoom in Goland?
Control plus. Does that not work?
It's not.
Oh, okay. Control scroll wheel, maybe.
Yeah, that's my
would
go-to
hope.
as well. What if I just go good old-fashioned view zoom?
No, I think you should just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just do it.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. All right. And we got the right one loaded.
Welcome. The race at the honeymoon is over now. Here we go. Jumping out in the latest romance of
Come on, guys. The first time running today. It's taking a second.
I'm not sure I see anything.
Oh, there we go. Now they're off. And we got Israeli number 30 following close behind Moses. We got 29.
I just see the prompt.
Yeah, we
Oh
can't.
no, the terminal's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're supposed to see something.
Yeah, oh no. For some reason the terminal's not displaying. So yeah, we might have to just full-blown screen cap this. So that's probably what we'll do here.
Well, if you share entire screen, maybe.
Yes, very good point.
Maybe in
Quick
like
share and share entire screen.
Yeah, because I don't want to take too much time from our next meeting. Let me rush this super.
Close your
That
browser.
was the most elusive game I've ever seen. I mean, there were things
I know.
that was.
I was watching the terminal like really intently.
Yeah, like what's going on? That's the thing too. This is more about the Christmas gift at the end of it. So we'll see if this shows up now. All right, there we go. And they're off. We got I-20 following close behind Moses, I-9 dragging behind, I-29 rounded the bend. Looks like we got a whole bunch that decided to just camp out near Egypt. They seem to like that. A few of them kind of get kicked out and die in the desert. They must not be not contributing to the same level as the rest. So we got the line following Moses, I-20, I-9, I-30, I-29, looking pretty good. Poor guy in between almost made it, but died somewhere in the middle. And what do you know? We made all 4 to the end. This is the most I've ever had survive. About an 8% survival rate. We're getting better all the time. So, and then down here, Merry Christmas to Jay, Manfred, and quite literally the rest of the company, from Michael, the whole Gno.land team, and everyone else working on quant tasks and tokenomics with us. Genuinely, thank you for everything you do. And I hope you guys have a great Christmas, a great holidays, and a great New Year. And we'll get a little less buggy and a little bit more full-featured version of this up soon. I just wanted to rush it out before the holidays.
Thank you, Michael. It's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks, Michael. That beats my inflatable snowman in the background that I had.
I actually want to sync the race start-off sound to the beginning here. So I was trying to do it manually, but it failed me. So we'll fix that later.
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut it short. A lot of us are joining the OnBlock team for the
Yeah, I am as well. So.
yeah, for the no swap workshop. So I will cut it.
On the playground. Yeah.
Oh, can you share it with us on the Did you see that, Michael?
See what?
Can you share it with us on the playground?
Yeah, Ochre wants it on the playground.
Oh yeah, for sure. So right now it's just in Go. To hurry this up, I print this straight to terminal. So we'll have to swap that over to render, and then let's for sure put this on playground.
Okay. See you guys on the no swap call, and then see you guys in 2024 for the next no court call.
Yeah.
All right. Talk to you guys soon.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
You on the
Bye-bye.
other side.
Michael.
See ya. Merry Christmas.